In this guitar lesson, I want to show you all 6 different country and bluegrass licks. And these licks are going to be built around the 5 positions of the G major pentatonic scale. And they're going to be just kind of all over the place, you know, all the way up and down the neck. And they're really designed to help you all start traveling the neck of the guitar as you're creating your guitar solos, maybe in like a jam type of situation. So the first lick is going to sound like this right here. It's G major pentatonic scale licks that we're going to be covering. Really melodic sounding, really nice for country and bluegrass. And they've all got that similar feel to them like that, you know. That type of thing. And we'll learn some that travel up the neck as well. Really awesome stuff. I like playing this kind of style a lot. So let's zoom in, let's throw some tablature, let's start going over the first lick, and I'll just give you all some pointers as we go along and then learn all 6 of these licks. Here's the first lick we're going to learn. This one starts at the 2nd position of the G major pentatonic scale, and then it walks down to the 1st position, and then down one more time to the 5th position. So 2nd position to 1st position to 5th position. If you're not familiar with the 5 positions of the G major pentatonic scale, go check out the scale charts here at Country Guitar Online. You can click the resources link at the top of the site and go find the scale charts. You can print them out. Get familiar with these charts, because if you are more familiar with these shapes, you kind of have them memorized, you'll really be able to make sense of these licks a lot more, because you'll know what notes you're playing and kind of why you're playing them. We're going to add in a few extra major scale notes just so we don't play straight up pentatonic scale notes, because that gets a little boring. So we're going to add in a little more of the major scale notes. Okay, so let me play this lick. Let's start breaking it down, and pay close attention to the down pick and the up pick triangles below the tablature. And you also see there's little circles with numbers in them. That is the left hand suggested fingering. And that can be important on these licks that kind of travel the neck, because you'll get a little tangled up if you don't use the right fingering. Okay, so here is lick number 1. Play through one time all the way through slowly. And I like to break this lick down into 3 parts. The first measure you see there, I like to chop that into 2 sections. So here's what the first little section sounds like. Right there. Pause the video if you need more work on that first chunk. But after that, it moves into this part. And you notice when you start that little section there, right there on the fifth fret, 5th string, you're using your left ring finger. That's really important, because it gets you in position to make that stretch to this next slide, right there from the 3rd to the 2nd fret. Because if you play it from the beginning, you naturally want to put your left middle down right there, but it's better to use that ring finger. It makes it a little easier to play this lick. That right there, that's the first measure, the first full bar. And just finish it up with the 2nd measure. Lots of cool pull-offs in there with that left pointer finger. And mostly you're just using my left ring and pointer finger through this whole lick. And that's the second measure. So all the way through, let me play it one time a little slower and follow that tablature once more. Here we go. It sounds good, play it slowly, or you can play it a little bit faster, kind of up to speed. That's the first lick, and the great thing about these type of licks, a lot of these we're going to be ending up right here at the 5th position of the G major pentatonic scale. And if you're into bluegrass, playing some of those type of licks, a lot of those open licks are built around the 5th position of the G major pentatonic scale, just like this. Really cool sounding licks, but what you can do is you can add on one of those open licks for bluegrass right at the end of that lick we just learned. So. And add one on. Stuff like that. If you like that style of play and you want to learn more of those open bluegrass licks right here, down near on the 5th position, you can go check out another video that I've got here at Country Guitar Online. It's called Common Bluegrass Licks. I think that's what it's titled, Common Bluegrass Licks. I've got, I think, 15 or 16 of those type of licks that you can learn. So check that video out if you're interested. But anyways, that's lick number 1. And let's move on into lick number 2 now.